Mm. Hello, everybody. Today we are going to, welcome to our channel, Knowledge and Wisdom. And today we are having one of the special guests. He's very close to my heart, and I have always find interesting working with him. Trust me, when we started working together from different perspective, we got connected very easily, and there are a lot of good things about him which I liked it, and I believe you will also like it. And I thought, it's always better that we bring him on the table, we bring him on the record, and we want to learn, and let's learn more and more about him. Probably I know a lot, but there will still be a lot of stuff which I'm not aware of. His name is Musaffar, and he's a great guy. He has always been having a different style of working. So we'll try to learn something about his professional and personal life. So let's get started. And Mustafa, thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to interview you. It's not an interview, it's a talk show. But there are a few things which I would like to, know about you and learn about you, and few advices that I can take it for my audience and for my behalf. There is always a room to learn. And you being my senior, or same.
No, actually, we are in the, both
the
same ship we are in actually.
Yeah. So first thing first is a small brief about about yourself.
Sure. Thank you very much for having me in this, your YouTube channel. And I used to watch your, channels. It's more interesting actually. Yeah, this kind of channels has to be means you have a channel, but it's not. But I don't know whether you're frequently putting the videos or not. But I don't think so. You're putting frequently, but it has to be very frequently, so that the people. It's not only for you your benefits. The people has to know whatever whatever you wanted to teach, or the people who you wanted to taking the interview, whatever they are telling, that the end of the day that the viewers has to know, learn. So that's very important actually.
Point taken, brother.
So that your video has to be very frequent.
Sure.
So that's very important. Okay. And my background, I came from very simple background. My father, he did a business. Okay. My mother is a housewife. Both of them, they doesn't study much, but they're very focused on me, and they told me to study. That's it. They don't know what which course to be taken. They doesn't have much idea, but their focus, they keep telling me that you have to study, you have to study, you have to study. What they doesn't have any idea about. So I have done my MBA. Okay, they told me to study. Then I've chosen BSc Computer Science. Then I've done my MBA. Mm-hmm. So after that, I have a very limited the experience in India. It's only 6 months, 7 months. Then I've got an opportunity in one MNC bank in Dubai. So I landed here. For past almost since 2008, I'm working here almost 15 years, 16 years, you can say that. So I have a complete background, completely banking background, different bank, MNC, that local banks. So now currently I'm working in that where I'm working now.
Okay. So just adding to this, did you come to this part of the world to look for a job, or you were hired from your home country itself?
Fortunately, it's I was hired in India from one of the MNC bank here. So I had no idea. Okay, suddenly I've got a I applied actually. I wanted to come to Dubai. Okay, I've applied a couple of banks in Dubai. Mm-hmm. So then suddenly I've got a call that saying that you have an interview. In fact very interesting one. I've got two offers. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that in 2008. Okay, so I've given all the documents to both of the banks.
Okay. Then whosoever gets your visa
first. Visa first. Yes, exactly. That's what. Okay, so it's happened. Suddenly. Then I've landed here.
Mm-hmm. So generally, yeah, it's always a good choice. But you were lucky that you got an opportunity to come to this part of the world, and you had multiple offers, and you wanted to choose the best among the lot. Nevertheless, but today's generation, as you have seen, that they also want to struggle, or probably like, I have seen quite a few people. I'll not say, because we'll have similar kind of people in all the generations. Every 10 years we have that. So people, there are a lot of people who don't want to study and they want to start earning at an early stage. And as you said that, your parents, they ensured, or they were focused that you should be studying and not starting a job. You should complete your studies and then start a job. So what advice do you have for this generation, whether
For the people who doesn't study,
who have not studied or who wants to start earning, leaving their studies midway? What suggestions do you have for them?
okay, see, the main thing, study or education, whatever it is, okay, you can call it, okay, it's not only for the earning money. So please, that you guys have to understand that it's not only for the earning money. It's a wisdom. It's you can say, it's intelligence. Okay. See, so many people, ask me about that. We used to study in the school, books. E is equal equals
Equals to MC squared.
MC squared. Okay. Still, we doesn't apply in our real life. Okay. And there are so many, formulas where we used to, learn, okay, in the school days, but we never applied in, real life. But that doesn't matter. So why we used to learn? Okay, it's for our wisdom, so that we can understand. Okay, so we will have a different, perspective for everything. If you study, it's not only for the earning money. It's not only for the, getting job. Okay, it's make you, intelligent. It's make you, give a different, perspective. So that's more important than the, earning, money. You can earn money. Okay, of course you have to earn money in this world. Okay, but gathering information, okay, that's very important than earning money. You gather information, okay, then you can do whatever you want to do, in your life. So don't restrict yourself, without studying. So it's study, that is, it's gathering information that has to be there till your lifetime.
Okay, so adding what Mustafa has said is that you need to ensure that you study, you get the degrees, you upskill yourself so that you have a competitive edge over the others. So study is very important, and everybody that you talk about, every professional that you talk about, they will give priority on studies. Okay, nevertheless, what we'll do is we'll proceed with the next question. And so generally what we have seen is we are into sales, okay, and sales can be of any product or any services, right? And what I have seen is generally, if you see in our home country, probably right now, there is something what people started talking about is, so I'll have two questions in this. Question number one is that your personality, which I have seen, is very different from people generally who are into sales. They are more aggressive. I've seen few of the people, managers in sales, who are abusive, even in operations or in any industry, they firmly believe and they say that, there should not be any work-life balances. A person should be working and working and working like a robot, and their only job should be to ensure that, they are more productive for the organization. Whereas your style, I have seen, is very, very different. And probably that's the reason that I got so connected with you. You're calm, you're composed. So my two questions are, number one, do you believe in work-life balance? Number two, you have been productive and you have ensured that the team does better than the rest of the team. Being cool and calm and ensuring that, you make the employer feel humane.
Okay. The first question is the work-life, balance. You asked me that is it required? And I'm 100% agree. Okay, we have to have a work-life balance. If you don't have a work-life balance, okay, you can't focus. Or what are the things? You can't focus in the personal life also. You can't focus in the personal life also. So you'll be somewhere between. Okay, so we have to have a work-life balance. If you wanted to work, okay, till 6 o'clock, but at the same time, why this work-life balance is not happening? Okay, you can't finish your job within the time frame. So that's, of course, it's based on you. It's based on us. Okay. If our job, our timing is, 9 to 6, we have to make sure that, we have to finish, okay, that job, okay, during that particular time. That's very important. Okay. So, normally I've seen the people that, they are claiming that they're working, 9 to 6, but, I can 100% sure
They're
that
not
they're not
productive.
working, they're not working 9 to 6. They're coming, okay, by 9 o'clock and they're leaving by 6 o'clock. Okay. It doesn't mean that, you guys are working, till, 9 to 6. 9 means you have to be very productive. Okay. And believe me, whatever the jobs, okay, we don't need, 9 to 6. That 8 hours, we don't need 8 hours. We can get it done even 6 hours also. It's if you're more productive, you can get it done within 6 hours or within 5 hours. It's based on, of course, skills are different. People's are different. Okay, some people taking 5 hours. Some people, if you have a very intelligent and skills, and you can get it done within 4 hours also. So it's based on you. But if you're sure that you can get it done, that particular job within the time frame, okay, yes, work-life balance is very important.
Yeah. So
We have to
generally, in a nutshell, whatever I understood is that if people give 100% and they make their 8 hours productive, they can finish any assigned task, right? They don't need to. But
See, at the same time, we have to, of course, we are from, management. Of course, we have to, balance, both the sides also. Okay. So some of them, they are not focusing, they are not working. Okay. Then in this scenario, of course, we have to, some of them, not all of them. Okay. Some of them, we have to imply that, you have to work, you have to finish your job, then you have to go. Then it's up to them whether they can finish the work by 6 o'clock or 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. That is, leave it to them.
Mm-hmm.
So in that side, of course, we have to protect, the company also. So,
but there are a lot of incidents which is happening, where, environment is toxic. So as I said that, in your scenario, I have seen that, you have always been a pro-employee manager, right? So when you were a pro-employee manager, how do you do that? Like, what different you do it that your staff are always pro you, right? They don't want to leave you, they don't want to resign, they don't want to move ahead. And I have seen, like, a lot of people, they speak good about you. So first of all, how do you do that? Okay, like, is it your personality since childhood, or you have changed yourself over the period? And what advice do you have for people or managers who are very aggressive and, sorry to say, but quite handful managers are abusive also? So what advice do you have for them?
see, okay, there are some people, okay, there are always, there are two sides, okay, either love or hate. Okay, always I have chosen, love. Okay, I will get it done, whatever it is. Okay, I will get my job done through love. If somebody wanted to choose, hate, and they wanted to abusive with the other employees, still they can do it and they can get their job done. But end of the day, okay, the people doesn't like you at all. Okay, and that attrition rate will be, higher. So normally there is one, saying, okay, the employees will not leave company. They will leave the managers.
Perfect. So
okay, so end of the day, they will not. They doesn't like. It means they like the company, but still they are leaving the company, and because of the managers.
perfect.
So managers has to be, manager or boss has to be, we have to be
Compassionate.
Yes, that's very important. Okay, and of course, end of the day, we are human life. We don't need to be, you don't need to be abusive with others. End of the day, you are also employee as like others.
So how do you keep yourself calm? Like, you have so much of stress, and we all have stress, right? Meeting targets, ensuring that everybody is coming on work on time, so many things, right? Ensuring that P&L is taken care, so many things, so much of stress. How do you keep yourself calm in so many stress? Because you have a lot of responsibilities, Mashur.
See, so that's how our life is. Okay, it's the people talking about only the bad sides, and they are portraying that I have so much of this. We don't need to be. Okay, it's not only that guy who is talking about bad about their life. Okay, for everyone, that's how the life is. Everyone in this world, everyone has ups and downs. and everyone have a bad life as well as the good life. Okay, but we don't need to choose always the bad life, the portraying that in the bad way. So everyone has the same lifestyle. Like a rich person also has the same. He has to gone through all the cycles of the life. Okay, the bad, good, bad, good. So that's how it is. Okay, and
How do you keep yourself calm?
yes, exactly. I don't see the bad side of my life.
Right.
Okay, so that's the if it is a bad one, yes, that's we have to we have to accept that, we have to move on. That's it. So what is the future then? Okay, we don't need to always think about the bad and putting stress into into your brain. We don't need to do.
So
We have to move on. That's it.
Perfect. So, the reason for you is please do comment on, do you want aggressive or abusive managers, like few handful who are there, or you want a cool boss like Musaffar, whom I have always seen that he is there. Second, what good take that we have is, and you can comment on this also, that if we worry on stress, can we remove the stress? If we cannot remove the stress, then why to worry on? So a very good insight from Musaffar, which I actually liked it, and I think we all should be working on it. Like, if we cannot, let's not worry on stress, rather find a solution, which is a great insight from him. And we all know about it, but we still react because at the end of the day, we are human. So do comment, on both the answers. And so Musaffar, just going a bit ahead, what advice do you have for the new generations who have either entered into sales or who are about to enter into sales? Because majority of the people, they're scared of sales. Probably if I take my example, I never wanted to start my career in sales. And that's the reason I have done my master's in finance and HR and not in marketing, because I was so very scared of sales. But when I entered into sales, I got to know that it's a blessing. There is nothing as good as sales, right? But nevertheless, an insight from you, what advice do you have for my new generations and the viewers who are into sales, probably at the entry level?
Yeah, sales, sales, that is one job that, nobody can, replace. Now there is a AI, okay, artificial, intelligence, okay. Believe me, after 10 years, there will be, there is a lot of jobs is going to be, managed.
Replaced.
For sure, replaced, okay, through this AI. But sales, you can't.
The platform will change, but at the end of the day, you have to market.
Now, yes, before, we have to have, the manual kind of, everything we do in the manual. Yeah. Now everything, goes into digital, but at the end of the day, sales, it's going to be there. Okay. So this is one thing. Okay. That is the best thing about, even as you told that, you don't like to come to, sales. Of course, I do have a, same, experience in 2000. I don't want to come to, a sales. But unfortunately, I've landed here. Okay. Once I landed here, okay, even I don't know whether I can succeed or no. But yes, I've succeeded. Now it is a 15-16 years. Okay. Now I'm sitting here. Yeah. So that means I have succeeded. Okay. So don't worry about sales. Sales is the only job. Okay. You can write the check amount and you can get that amount, which is not possible anywhere. Any department. Yeah. In sales only, okay, if the next month, if you want 100,000, for example, 50,000 dirhams, you can write 50,000 dirhams, just keep it in your pocket. Next month, you will get it. That is only possible in sales.
Actually, I probably Musaffar have forgotten that, but he told me, sales is a kind of business which you do it without even investing. The only investment that you have is your time, and you don't need to have the trade license, you don't need to have the office, you don't need to have anything. You are just employed with some organization. You're selling for him and you are minting money. So he's right, actually. Last time also he told me the same thing, that you write a check, you put it in your pocket, and if you have a manifestation and you work smart and you work hard and you use your intellect, of course you can make money. So yeah, that's true actually, Musaffar. Yeah. And trust me, even I came into sales by choice, not by chance, because my counterparts or my batchmates, they were mashallah making good money in sales. And when I started, I was not in sales. And I said, why lose an opportunity? And alhamdulillah, thanks to Almighty, that we all have completed, a long part of our life doing sales and being wherever we are right now. So perfect. Please do comment on whether you think you should take sales as one of your career path or any other career path that you want to take. Second comment should be, what are the other career paths that you think will be replaced because of the introduction of AI, which is happening so soon? All right. I'll not take much time of yours, but the last question, not the least, is if you take yourself 10 years back, what are the 2 mistakes that you have done which you would like to rectify?
Yeah, normally I never regret, what are the steps that I have taken. I don't have any regret. Okay, what are the steps that I have taken? Okay, still I believe that that is right. Okay, and sometimes it goes wrong, but that's how it is. Okay, still I believe that particular time. So, for example, if 2015 I have taken some decision, now if I look back, it might be wrong, but that time, yes, 100% was right. Okay, so I don't regret first of all. Okay, but one thing I can tell you that I was in one bank for the longer period of time. Okay, probably I think that there was a mistake that I have done it, or else I would be in somewhere else in terms of growth. Okay, but that doesn't mean that you did a mistake. No, you did not do any mistakes. But in terms of growth, okay, if you would have moved to some other bank, okay, yes, you would have your growth must be better than now. So that I strongly believe that.
The second one.
I told you, normally I don't regret. I don't
I'm not talking about regret. I'm talking, probably you should get the question right, is that if you get an opportunity to go 10 years back, what are the 2 things that you have done wrong, which you would have done correct? The first one which I got is, probably you would not have continued with that organization
correct
for a longer period of time. Rather, you would have switched and taken a better opportunity.
Correct.
Okay. The second one.
Second one, you can say that we start up one company. Okay, maybe we have done some mistakes and it has vanished within 6 months. So maybe that was a mistake actually we have done. So now I could have done better. So that's what I'm thinking now.
Okay. So Muzaffar, what he wants to, I need to emphasize on what he wants to say is, because when you sit on the other side of the table, of course, you are unable to reconnect, because this interview that we are doing with him is impromptu. We have done without even sharing him the question. So what he wanted to say is that doing business is always welcome. You should always do that. It's not that you shouldn't do it. If you have the capability, you should do it. But you should do the calculation. You should do the analysis. You should do the risk assessment before indulging into business.
Exactly.
So what he meant to say is he doesn't regret the idea of doing business. What he says is he should have done a SWOT analysis, which is strength, weakness, opportunity, threat, before indulging into that business, right? So if you get an opportunity again, sir, to do a business, do you think you should do it?
Definitely, we plan for it. Actually, I plan for it. Okay, so inshallah, let's see.
So which industry? Sales of product or services?
Actually, I would prefer product. Okay, but one of my best friends told me that it's better to in the service industry. So of course, I
You'll be analyzing this.
Yes, yeah. So that I actually I'm getting into it. So I'm getting some knowledge about service industry. Then yes, why not?
Okay. So one more question I'm just trying to add to that is, I believe that there is no good time to start business, and at the same time, I believe that you should have good experience before you think of starting a business, right? So what's your take on this?
I don't get your question.
Okay.
Can you repeat?
So generally, the question is that one should start business, one should do business, right? But does he need to do a business by getting proper experience? Because I believe that there is no particular age of starting a business. You will see a lot of millionaires who have started at a very young age. You'll see a lot of millionaires who have started after gaining a good experience, probably at the age of 50, 55, 60. So different people, different time frame. Do you think there is any particular age for starting a business? Or you believe that anybody can start a business if he has a good idea, but he doesn't need to have an experience? Or is there any particular age when you should start?
I strongly agree that there is no particular age for the business. Like anyone can start at any time. Okay, but you have to have a knowledge about it. If you don't have a knowledge, please don't start. Okay, if you don't have a knowledge, it's better start with someone who has a knowledge about it. So either you have to have a knowledge, or the people who have a knowledge, you have to get into them with the bow. So if you have a yes, of course, yes, sorry.
So you need to have knowledge before you start.
Correct. You have to have a knowledge
no
before you start.
Age
yes,
for that.
yeah. There is no particular age for that. And if you don't have knowledge, of course, you can start with someone who has knowledge about that. So there is no restriction for the starting the start of the business. I'm completely disagree with that.
So I will not take much of your time. Thank you so much for accommodating me and such a short notice. It's pleasure talking to you, and thank you so much. Thanks for your time. Please do comment, guys, on how you like the the podcast with Musaffar, like, one of the great guys. And anything that you would, just one line or two lines which you would like to tell about our
Thank you, Iqbal. This is my first interview. Maybe I don't know how I perform. Okay, I believe that I hope that I perform okay.
It's a podcast. It's a conversation, not an interview.
Whatever it is. Okay, in the video is another. It is recorded, right? In the recorded one, this is a first time. So this is a first time. So maybe I don't know whether how good I am. Okay, maybe my articulation might be different. It's very difficult to understand. Okay, so that's the reason Iqbal also added in his way. Okay, so to understand better. So thank you very much, and yes, thank you, Iqbal.
You were very natural. Trust me. I think my viewers will love it. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot,
Thank you very much.